Welcome to Tyrannosaurus Riffs. My name is Brandon, and today we're going to check out the Splawn Nitro 100. The Splawn Nitro is a 100 watt EL34 powered amplifier. This specific one has 4 E34L power tubes in it though. And from what I can tell in the back, it appears there's 4 12AX7s, but I could be wrong as I do not have a spec sheet on this amplifier. But going across the front, you've got a power, your standby. Your overdrive channel is going to feature a resonance, presence, bass, middle, treble, solo, volume, and gain controls. Your clean channel is going to feature bass, treble, volume, and gain. And then you've got your input. And on the back of the amplifier, you've got your AB inserts for your foot switch, your loop master, your level and bypass switches, your effects loop send and return, half power or full power. Of course, we're running full power today. Your speaker inputs, 4, 8, or 16 ohm impedance selector. You've got a voltage selector and your power input. Now, as always, there are chapters below, so if you want to skip around through the video, please feel free to do that. But before we get to a playthrough, let's check this out in a quick mix. All right, what's going on, everyone? I hope you're doing well today. We've got a Splawn Nitro. I'm pretty excited to try this. By show of hands, how many people have heard of Splawn? A couple of you. Not many. The only reason I even know what a Splawn is because of Kyle Bull's channel. I've honestly never heard of them until I saw his channel. So supposedly this one used to belong to him. A friend bought it and then sold it to another friend, and then now I've got it. So that's why we've got this. Now, these are pretty boutique amplifiers made in North Carolina, if I'm right. The website says they come with EL34s for some reason. I don't know why. This one has E34L power tubes, and if you didn't know, those are different than EL34s. I think it's mostly just the low end, which, if that is the case, I don't know why they're in this, because this amp has an insane amount of low end. In fact, I don't think there's another amp out there that has this much low end, which we'll get to that in a second. So we're going to set everything to noon and kind of just jump right in. This is an interesting amplifier, so I'm pretty excited to show all of you. For the signal chain, we've got a PRS DW-CE24 with the Mojo Tone Tomahawk pickups. The guitar is tuned to drop D. I am hooked up to a Digitech drop tune to check out some different riffs. So currently it's in drop C sharp, going right into the Splawn with no other pedals on. Mesa oversized cab in the room for me with the vintage 30s, but we're recording through the 2-notes Torpedo Captor X for a better audio representation on your side. And let's begin. Now, with that riff, you can't hear a lot of that low end, but with this one, you can. And while I've said many times with cleans, I like the neck pickup, and I love a lot of low end, that's even a bit much for me, so let's dial that down. More treble. That does sound pretty nice. This amp does the exact opposite of what I normally do with amplifiers. Normally I don't have that much treble or that low of bass. This thing is definitely unique with its own characteristics. That's actually a lot better than the first time I plugged into this amplifier. I remember plugging into it the first time and not really liking the clean channel at all. I don't think a lot of high gain amplifiers do the clean thing very well. Granted, I don't do a lot of it. I actually don't mind that. That doesn't sound too bad, but you do have to kind of get that gain at least a halfway and the volume cranked. So let me just show you that real quick and we'll move on. See, it starts to sound really thin. You lose all of it doing that, so we're not going to do that. You get the picture. That's the cleans. Simple, easy to use. Now, before we switch to the high gain, please take a good look at the front of the amplifier. There is no switch to swap to the gain. You have to have the pedal. So if you're one of those guys that loses your pedals, stop doing that. If you have this one, you will be in trouble. You will be stuck on clean forever.
Forever. Forever. Forever. Forever.
Now, on the foot switch, let me just show it to you real quick. You've got 3 buttons. Your clean overdrive, overdrive 1, overdrive 2, and your solo boost. Let's get this dialed in and then we'll kind of play with those. As I play with that presence, what are you hearing? Because there's a certain spot, to me, it changes from what kind of almost feels like a rectifier, not quite, but has a rectifier feeling with how kind of loose and flubby it is. But there's a spot. Let's see if it sounds like something else to you, or if maybe I'm just crazy. That solo is only going to work with the solo boost button pushed, so let's do that. switching over to drop C. We were in D for a second. That bass really starts to kick in right here. Really pay attention to that. Now, like with the clean channel, this amp is the exact opposite of pretty much anything I'm used to. I'm dialing the lows a lot lower, and I'm dialing the mids and the treble a little bit higher than I normally would. Not crazy higher, but if you even turn these all the way up, it's not bad. Pretty interesting, right? It definitely falls into that kind of Mesa category. I've seen people online say it's kind of also got some Marshall vibes, which I could definitely see that. But I don't feel like you're getting them at the same time. I feel like depending on where your presence is at, you're getting the rectifier-esque type thing or the Marshall type thing. What are your thoughts on the Splawn Nitro 100? I think it's a pretty cool amplifier. You could dial it in a million different ways and find the tones that you are looking for, especially if you're looking for something on that loose, low-end type of feeling. So now, at the time of this filming, these are going for $2,500. They are handmade. I believe the website said it was an 8-week lead time. It's a boutique amplifier. There's quite a few out there, but I don't know how many there are. You're not going to run across these every day. But if you want something different, maybe the Splawn Nitro is for you. They do have other amplifiers as well. I just can't speak to those as I've never tried them. Anyways, thank you for joining me to check out the Nitro 100. I hope you had some fun. I do appreciate you hanging out with me. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.